We move on to our special Merit Award sponsored by Gaviscon Extra. Take a look at this and see who our winner is for this year.
Gaviscon are delighted to present the Special Merit Award today. The family's story is both inspirational and devastating at the same time. They are amazing and deserve to be recognised for what they've been through. As a mother of 3 small young children, I'm not sure how I would have managed with the situation myself. Their story is truly touching.
We set her back for meningitis in August 2011 because in April 2008 we lost our 4-year-old daughter Ava to meningitis.
It was just a normal Tuesday we ever had before, apart from the fact that Siobhan was in hospital 4 weeks from having her 3rd child, Noah. I left Siobhan in the hospital, went home to Evan and Ava, put them both to bed maybe an hour or 2 later. Went downstairs myself to watch some TV, went back up around 10 o'clock and Ava said, "Daddy, I feel a bit sick." So I picked her up out of the bed and she got a little bit sick, but I didn't think much of it. Just cleaned her up and put her back into bed. 2 hours later, she got up again and she was sick again, a little bit more this time. So obviously I cleaned her up again. I brought her in with me this time into my own bed. Gradually, I kept an eye on her over the next hour or 2. But at this stage, she had a temperature. And the next time she got up, she actually got some diarrhoea as well, pretty bad diarrhoea. So I was concerned at this stage, so I decided maybe just to ring Westdock in Galway, who were an out-of-service doctor service. I rang them, gave them the symptoms, and they proceeded to tell me that it was a vomiting diarrhoea bug that had been going around the last few weeks or so around Galway. If you were still concerned, ring back an hour later. Excuse me. So an hour later, I wasn't still happy with her, so I rang back, and the lady asked me to turn on the light and check for a rash. I'd done that and there was no rash there, so she said that's fine, okay. At this stage, Eve was a small bit agitated. She wanted to go downstairs, she wanted to watch some cartoons. I said okay. So there wasn't much on the television that hour of the morning. It was 4:30, 4:45. So we put on Tom and Jerry, and maybe 15 minutes later, whatever way I looked down at her, I noticed her lips had turned blue. So obviously at that stage I was very panicked. So we rang for an ambulance. By the time the ambulance had got there, she was in a bad way. So we proceeded to go to the hospital with her. I could see them working on her the whole way from the house to the hospital, and I knew it was really, really bad.
No, when you pulled up, I ran from the hospital, from the room, and I went down to the front door of the hospital, and I could hear an ambulance. And I remember it was pitch dark and I was on my own. And I remember thinking to myself, God, someone's really, really sick. And I never, in first second, I think it was Ava, but the ambulance pulled up and I could see Noel's face, but Ava was gone. She had died that quickly. They couldn't revive her. She died in the house. So we were left there, and I never got to hold her. I never got to say goodbye to her. She died within 6 hours of being sick. It just literally changed our lives. They never suspected it was meningitis in the hospital for hours after.
They didn't know till that evening that they had to do every test you could think of to actually tell us what it was. It's just a message that, like I always say this when I'm talking to people, like the one message I would give to people is to trust your own instincts, and you know your own child, whether you think it's vomiting diarrhoea, whether you think it's something different, just to go to the hospital. Like Joanna said, we've set up the charity hopefully to help other people, other families that won't have to go through what we went through.
Try and stop a family going through this nightmare by getting the signs and the awareness out there. The majority of people think a rash is the first symptom to look out for meningitis. In the majority of cases, no rash. Ava had no rash. And these kind of things, while also trying to support families, is what we're here for now, to try and make a difference.
On behalf of Gaviscon Extra, we would like to present the Special Merit Award to Siobhan and Noel Carroll.
You see to it that you keep her memory alive.
Absolutely. It's 2 years now since we set up the charity Act for Meningitis. So we're here to raise awareness of meningitis and to get the signs and symptoms out there, and to keep Ava's memory alive, but also to support families that have been through what we've been through.
Okay. What does ACT stand for?
It stands for the Ava Carroll Trust. So ACT if you suspect meningitis, C for contact, and T for trust your instincts.
That's what all parents need to do. How are Ava's brothers?
They're great. They're down there. Evan and Noah are down there, and Sophie is also there waving with us. They're all really good, really happy, and really busy. They're volunteers. They have them out doing a lot of the charity work with us as well. So we're keeping them busy.
They remember her well.
Yeah, Evan, who was only 2 at the time. Thanks be to God, he slept the night. He didn't hear what was going on, but he did ask for a good solid year where she was, and he would ask. We would say that she was just sick and that the Holy God had taken her away, and he would often say, "Can I get a ladder and go up and get her back?" I suppose we wish we could do that, but unfortunately we can't.
But with the charity, she remains with you. She's in your heart forever. There's no question about that. But thanks to your charity, there are parents who are more aware of the dangers that meningitis presents. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you do. You've paid a very, very big price, we know that. But thank you so much for the work that you do in your daughter's memories and for the benefit of all our children. So congratulations. This award is very well earned.